In my definition, a hyperlocal is a site that covers really city, state, national, maybe even international issues from the ground up. And our ground is the Mission District of San Francisco. It's one of the oldest neighborhoods. It has a population of about 60,000. And it has all the benefits and problems of any urban area in the United States.
What was your first summer job?
I was a cook at a camp at Echo Lake.
Mission Local is really a project, a university project. We have a permanent relationship with the University of California, with the Graduate School of Journalism at Berkeley, where I'm a professor. This means it's a huge advantage, and it means that for 30 weeks a year, I have between 14 and 16 students, postgraduate students, who are training in the mission, and after about, I would say a month, they're learning how to write, they're learning how to take video, they are learning how to take audio, photographs. I mean, they're really becoming cross-platform. And after about a month of training, they begin to give this neighborhood amazing coverage.
It's funny to see all my friends on Facebook who were like celebrating the experience of having an earthquake, and it was so interesting to also see the West Coast kind of like, these East Coasters, they don't know what they're dealing with.
In the last days, that we live in the last days, we're going to experience earthquakes, all the things that will happen in the world. We experience by the Bible says.
So in terms of what I would tell someone else, I would say really it would be great if you can try and establish a relation with the School of Journalism, and it helps the School of Journalism be relevant to the times, and it helps you in terms of manpower, person power. And if you don't have this, I would say what you ought to do is to just focus your coverage into one area. I mean, decide you're going to do the most amazing political coverage for a hyperlocal site, or education coverage, or, I would focus in an area. I think that's much smarter. I mean, people are really anxious for real news and original reporting. We actually made a change in the city's health department policy in inspecting restaurants. We discovered that in San Francisco, when a restaurant is closed, the owner, when it's closed for health reasons like rats, and I think we called the first story, "Rats Have It Easy in San Francisco," that the owner can just put out a sign saying that there is, we're closed for renovations. And then 24 hours later, after they've gotten approval from the health department, they would reopen. And this, we found in reporting, is very different than other cities, than Los Angeles, New York, Sacramento. And most cities, when the health department has to close the restaurant, they put out a notice from the health department. And so we did a lot of reporting around that and other problems of transparency with the health department. And they had hearings and they changed the policy. So that was great. I mean, it was like, wow, we had an impact on citywide policy. So we mapped the whole city, and we put up every health inspection score for the whole city. So that was, another great added value. But it pushed the city to make the change, and that was great. We're a nonprofit, of course, because we're very closely tied to the university. There is a certain amount of money that has to be raised every year that we're raising now from private donors. I mean, we have tried a lot of different, monetizing efforts, including selling ads, and I was just going to show you a zine that we did that we're selling, and, t-shirts and maps. And so if I was going to start out, I think that if I was just, not connected to the university and had that huge advantage, I would go for profit. So all that time running the site, trying to get grants and remain nonprofit, I think my time would be better spent, or anyone's time would be better spent, just doing good coverage, building your readership, and then, go to the community and call on them for memberships, trying selling ads to businesses. I mean, these sites are incredible boons to local businesses, and they should really support it.
I'm not going to live my life day to day thinking today's the day that could happen. So,
you roll your dice. You roll the dice every day of your life. You cross streets, you ride bicycles, you